Models of a human immunodeficiency virus, HIV, in an animal cell are shown below. Which of the following describes a difference between an animal cell and a virus? Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is underline some important words. I'm going to underline animal cell and virus, and I'm also going to underline difference because I'm going to be comparing the two. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and create a T-chart. Let's switch over to another color because I am going to be comparing a virus to an animal cell. Okay, so I'm going to switch to another color. That will be what I'm going to be writing. We're comparing our HIV virus to my animal cell. Now, my animal cell is a eukaryotic cell. Okay, we have animal cells, so we have eukaryotic cells. Remember, U means do, so I'm going to start writing on the right side over here what a eukaryotic cell has. So U means do, meaning that it has a nucleus. Okay, a nucleus is an example of an organelle. Now, an organelle are tiny organs inside of a cell that helps it function. And organelles are membrane bound, meaning they have a layer around it that keeps important stuff together. For example, in a nucleus, it has a membrane, it's membrane bound, so it keeps the DNA inside. Think about mitochondria. What's inside of a mitochondria stays inside of a mitochondria because it has it's membrane bound. It has like a layer around it. Okay, comparing sizes from a eukaryotic cell to a virus, it is bigger because of all the organelles that's inside of it, meaning that it's more complex. Okay, it's a cell. Cells are alive, so it's living. Okay, and also on our picture here, it's pointing arrows to the cilia. The cilia is all about movement for the cell. Movement. Okay, now I'm going to be comparing the virus to the nucleus. Now, the virus has no nucleus. Okay, it just has DNA that's inside, that's just floating there. It doesn't have organelles, and that's why it's super small. It's not a cell. It is not a cell, so that means it is not alive. It is not living. Okay, it needs another host. It needs a cell that's alive in order to replicate, because remember, viruses are not alive. They're kind of like zombies. So they need a host to replicate. Okay, and on our picture here, we have a glycoprotein. The glycoprotein helps it attach. So I'm going to put glycoprotein helps attach. All right, so now that I made a T-chart here comparing our virus to our eukaryotic cell, remember the question is asking us from these answer choices here, which one is true about the difference between an animal cell and a virus?